Hello, it is Monday, April 27th, 2020, and for our grammar we are on lesson 17, correlative conjunctions. It is a review, so let's get this started, and there will be no quiz, obviously. I hope everybody's doing very well, so let's begin.
Welcome back to Get Smart. You are on lesson 17. And in this lesson, we will be having a review. I will teach you about correlative conjunctions, and then you will be having a quiz, which is awesome and exciting because it means you get to show off what you learned so far. All right, let's have a review. In lessons 1 through 11, you learned that subjects tell us whom or what a sentence is about, and verbs tell us what the subject is or does. Imperative sentences give commands, and their subject is the pronoun you, or you understood. Adjectives modify nouns and pronouns. Adverbs modify verbs, adjectives, and other adverbs. Phrases are groups of words without both a subject and a verb, and they function as single parts of speech. You have learned about verb phrases and prepositional phrases. Prepositional phrases always start with a preposition and end with a noun or pronoun called the object of the preposition. Prepositional phrases usually function as adjectives or adverbs. In lesson 12, you learned about two types of verbs. You learned about intransitive complete verbs and that they are verbs that don't transfer their action to anyone or anything. You also learned about transitive active verbs and that they transfer their action to a receiver called the direct object. The direct object is a noun or pronoun that receives the action of a transitive active verb. The direct object question is whom or what did the subject verb? And you learned about 3 noun or pronoun jobs: subjects, objects of the preposition, or direct objects. In lessons 13 through 16, you have been learning about coordinating conjunctions. Coordinating conjunctions join 2 or more words, phrases, or clauses. For, and, nor, but, or, yet, and so are the 7 coordinating conjunctions. And you also learned to diagram coordinating conjunctions on dotted lines between the things that they're connecting. Okay, that was a big review. If you need help on any of those concepts, go back to the lesson where it was introduced and give yourself a little more practice with it. Now, we're going to talk about correlative conjunctions. If you remember when I introduced conjunctions to you, I told you that there were 3 kinds of conjunctions. Coordinating conjunctions, which you have already learned about, correlative conjunctions, and subordinating conjunctions. We'll be talking about subordinating conjunctions later in this course. Right now, let's look at correlative conjunctions. Correlative conjunctions act just like coordinating conjunctions. So they do the exact same thing. The only difference is that they're made up of more than one word. So correlative conjunctions join sentence elements that are of the same kind. They're made up of more than one word. Here are some examples. Either or, neither nor, not only, but also, and both, and. When you diagram correlative conjunctions, you do it in the exact same way that you diagram coordinating conjunctions. And you just put the words in the correlative conjunction, both words, on the dotted line. You can also put one word on one side of the dotted line and the other word on the other side. That's how I like to do it. So here's an example. The sentence is, he drew both the house and the barn. We have a subject, it's the pronoun he. We have a verb, drew. And if we ask ourselves the question, what did he draw? We have an answer, house and barn. So we know that the verb is transitive active and it has 2 direct objects, house and barn. So this sentence has a compound direct object. We draw it with that rocket ship sort of shape, and we put both on one side of the line and on the other. Both of those words are acting in the same way that a coordinating conjunction acts. They're just joining two sentence elements. Let's have a little extra practice identifying conjunctions in sentences. So I will put a few sentences up here. You can put it on pause and identify the conjunctions in these sentences. Here you go. Okay, you ready for the answers? Here they are. In sentence A, neither nor is a correlative conjunction, joining dog and cat. In B, the coordinating conjunction is or. In C, the coordinating conjunction is but. In D, the coordinating conjunction is and. Now I tried to kind of trick you a little bit there because I started that sentence with the word for, which can be a coordinating conjunction, but in this sentence, it's not. Do you know what it's doing in this sentence? For dinner, we ate chicken, rice, and spinach. Here, the word for is a preposition, not a conjunction. So remember that words can act as different parts of speech, and you really have to think about the function of each word in order to know what it's doing. Okay, so in D, the conjunction is and. And in E, the conjunction is either or. It's a correlative conjunction, and it's joining the two subjects, David and William. All right, it's time for you to diagram your 5 sentences and take your quiz. Have fun, and I will see you in lesson 18.
Okay, so let's head to our review homework. I'll double check my mic is working, obviously. That's priority. Yep, there we go. Hi, so I'm going to show you guys the lesson that you need to work on for homework tonight. Hope everybody's doing really well. I know that life's a little hard right now, and hopefully on May 15th this is all over, but I'm not quite sure about that. So if you'd like to read through this, obviously just pause the video and take a look. I'll scroll down nice and slow. So go to pause, give that a read. This is what will be in our review today. Okay. Next one. Let me come up here real quick. Sorry about that. Give that a look. Remember fanboys, for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. Right? Fanboys. Okay. Come down here. Correlative conjunctions act like coordinating conjunctions. Remember the fanboys, but there's 2. Okay? The only difference is the correlative conjunctions are made up of more than one word. It's the only difference. Not only, but also. Okay? Diagramming correlative conjunctions, same way we diagram coordinating conjunctions, except that there are 2 of them. Both and. Okay? He drew both the house and the barn. House and barn would be, remember the line, direct objects. Okay? What did he draw? He drew the house and he drew the barn. Okay? Transferring the house, and it's also transferring the barn. Good. Let's come down here. Take a look at our first question. Number 1. Both Emily and William flew to Florida during their vacation. Both Emily and William flew to Florida during their vacation. Write that out. Make your box. Okay. Obviously pause the video to fill all this in. Let's head to the next one. Number 2. You will find either blank paper or a notebook in my backpack. You will find either blank paper or a notebook in my backpack. Here's the key. I'll have to make it a little smaller so you can get it all on one screen, it looks like. Pause the video, give that a write out. Good. Set down to number 3. The teacher wrote the assignment on the board, and the students copied it. The teacher wrote the assignment on the board, and the students copied it. Pause the video, write out your sentence. Head down to the key, again, pause the video, create your little workbox. It is the last word, so if we just do that right there. If I go down just a little, oh, nope, sorry about that, you guys. There you go. It is your bottom one. Okay, it's a big sentence. Let's head to the next one. Wash your hands and sit down at the table. Wash your hands and sit down at the table. Here's your sentence. Write it out. Head down to our key. Fill all that out. Okay. Good. Head down number 5. David not only has soccer practice, but also piano lessons. David not only has soccer practice, but also piano lessons. Write out your sentence. Come down to your key, write your key out. Okay? If you want a little bonus work, here you go. Underline the conjunctions in the following sentences. Okay? And that will be it for our grammar today. You guys are doing really well. We got 2 weeks left. Just keep texting me so you can have attendance. So when class starts back up, you get a spot. Work on your Burlington, write in your journals, watch some TV in English, enjoy your children, your family. I hope everybody's doing very, very well and staying healthy. I know honestly, it's a little scary time right now. But I think we'll all get through this and we'll be back to coming to class and teaching really soon. We have this week and next week, and then I believe our classes are done, online at least. I have no idea what is going on for testing, but I will inform you once I know the specifics. Again, I hope all of you are doing super well, and hopefully I will see you soon. Talk to you later, guys.